Oh, that was a little bass. Oh, it's so small. Eat it. Well, there are a few right there. I mean, I didn't even cast. I just dropped it in there. One's got it. Is that a bass? One's got it, though. Got him. Yep, it is a bass. Let's go. That was so cool. I saw my line move, and he was just on there. That's so cool. Look how dark this fish is, too. Absolutely killed it. Right up shallow. Didn't even cast in there. Just dropped my bait in. I saw a few little guys, like little couple-inch bass, but this is a nice little guy. Really cool colors on him. Nice and dark. Definitely hanging out in that grass. Number one. Let's get him back. All right, guys. Not a giant, but number one. Important little fish here. Let's just throw him back. There he goes. I've been pitching in some of these just right up shallow into these reeds where I've caught them in this pond in the past. And I've been seeing a ton of bluegill, ton of little tiny bass. And the further I go down, the more fish there seem to be. I'm just taking a cast in really every little spot that I see up shallow. Like right there, not even casting, just dropping it in there. And there's always a ton of fish just up in the grass, up in the reeds, in the shallow water. Even though it is insanely hot, no clouds in the sky, but it's good to get one fish on the board here. Let's get back in there. Just a little finesse, drag and drop on a wacky rig. How could there not be some fish in the shade? Oh, yep. There's a bass literally right there. Yeah, oh, that's not even a bad fish. I was like, there had to be some in the shade. It's shallow, it's grassy, it's got reeds, but it's also got shade, which is so important when it's this hot. Oh, that's a fish. Small little bass, I think. Got him, yep. Little guy. Oh, that is so fun. I saw that guy eat it. Come up here, buddy. Oh, sorry about that. Just a little guy. I've been seeing a ton of fish around this area just because it has a little bit of shade. And I pitched into a little pocket in the grass. Oh, and we get a little small guy to absolutely kill that wacky rig. Let's get him back. All right, guys, we're not going in the right direction size-wise, but it's another little fish, especially when it's so hot like this. I'll absolutely take that. Clear water. Cranked him. There he goes, right back into that grass. Pitched up in there, saw my bait disappear. I have a pearl side to this little drag and drop. As you guys can see right there, this green pumpkin pearl. That pearl side stands out so well, even in the shaded, kind of murkier water. So I saw it disappear, saw that fish swim away with it. And number two, I've been seeing some other slightly better ones, like 1-2 pounders over here. I mean, nothing huge, but there are definitely some okay fish in the reeds. Let's get back in there. Oh yeah, there are a ton right here. Oh, that was a bass, I saw it. Oh my God, no, that was a good fish. No, that was actually a good fish. Come on, eat it again, please. Some's got it. Is it the same fish? Got him. I got him. Oh, yeah, he's pulling. It's not the same fish, but it's definitely the best one of the day. There were a few in there. I mean, he is fighting. Not a giant, probably about a pounder. Nothing too big. I saw probably like a 2-pounder. Took it, came right out of that grass, pitched right in the same spot. And that is not a 2-pounder, but I will take it. All right, guys, another hot fish right there. You can definitely feel that this water temperature is pretty hot out here. There he goes. Thought he was a little bit bigger. I mean, I hooked or got a slightly bigger one to eat it, probably around a 2-pounder, nothing giant. And that dude came back the next cast after, probably was right in that same patch of grass. Didn't see him, my line was running. Gave a good little fight. Especially with the little lighter action rods and light line. this clear water. Let's get back in there. Get on some bigger ones here. I do have some other baits tied up as well, but I just figured we'll get a start to the day with a bait I know that works in here. That can also potentially catch some bigger fish. Let's get back in there. That's a fish. Got him, got him. There it is. That was so crazy. I was stuck around a little plant on the side and I saw my line moving. The reed was moving down like this. And of course it was a little bass. Again, we're not getting the size today, but just walking out, and that's another healthy summer bass on the worm. Let's get him back. All right, guys, that is what I think number 4 on the day. Just a little healthy and aggressive little largemouth. There he goes. I was hung up around a reed. I just cast it over a reed. My bait was just kind of dangling in the water underneath it. And of course, there was a bass right underneath that little reed, and saw the reed kind of moving over, and I was like, there's no wind, that had to be a fish. And of course, another little small aggressive bass. Just walking, really just walking out here, but there are just so many places along the bank. I'm taking my time pitching into each one of these little spots that are right up against the reeds, pretty much where I've gotten all the bites today in the shallow areas. And every 10 feet or so, I'll get a bite, and some of those will turn into just little fish. But I'll just get back in there. That's a bite. That could be a bluegill. That is a typical bluegill bite right there. But a lot of times, smaller bass will do that as well, so if there are some bluegill smaller bass, there might be some bigger fish too. That's a fish. Got him, got him. Yeah, little nicer one, little nicer one. Get up here, buddy. There we go. Probably similar to the best one we've caught today. And wow, he just destroyed that. He absolutely destroyed that bait. Look at that little guy. Probably about similar to the best one we've caught today. I got a bite in that same spot the cast before, and of course, I go right back in that same spot, and he cranked it. Let's get him back. All right, guys, number 5 of the day. Nice little chunky guy. Definitely one of the better ones. Let's get him back. There he goes. Right back into that grass, if you guys could see that. But he was hooked a little bit down there, just right on the side of the mouth. Couldn't get enough leverage with my hands, but he's gonna be fine. Got him out pretty quickly. Again, on that little wacky rig. This is the last stretch of bank that I'm really able to fish, right in this corner. Took a few casts in there with this wacky rig. Got like 3 bites in a row there. Got a bite on the cast before I caught that guy. Seemed like a little small one. Said there's a little small bite, bluegill, small bass. A lot of times there's a bigger one in there too. And of course there was. But that's gonna be the last fish of the day, definitely. I think we got 5 today, which is not bad, especially for the middle of the day, probably like 95 degrees in the middle of the summer. So this is some of the hardest fishing you're gonna have when it is this hot. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you hit it with a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and you liked what you saw today. I'm gonna be fishing a lot more over the next couple of weeks, so we should get some of your better content coming your way. But I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.